everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
Having some fun on the couch this morning, but we're going to be watching more of The Walking Dead 204. So Season 2, Episode 4. We are not looking at the thumbnail or the title. We are looking currently at last week's episode, Save the Last One.
Oh, boy.
What does that mean? So, it was a very shocking episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
What do you guys think of Shane now? Like, do you think it was right of him? I know we talked about this last time too, but just to summarize.
Well, he was thinking of Carl and saving him and bringing back the medical supplies to save him, so.
It's complicated.
Yes,
it's horrible.
And they're in the middle of this, these there's the horde of walkers coming at them, and it was either both of them dying or one of them going back with it. It was a horrible thing he did. Mm-hmm. Like, in that moment, poor Otis, like, watching, this guy
That's right.
They're trying to, have this... Otis feels horrible that he shot Carl to begin with.
Definitely.
And he's trying to redeem himself and trying to get back. He was a really good guy.
Oh, yeah.
And they're trying to bring all these supplies back. And he's just a sweetheart. He just wanted to... No, Shane, you're not going to die. We're going to go do this together. But they were lagging. I mean, those walkers were right on their tail.
Yeah, didn't have any time.
Shane just had to be the quick thinker and do that. And it was horrible how he died, but
I know
he had to do it, and it worked. How can he live with himself? And I love the fact that they gave Shane some new clothes and gave him Otis's clothes.
Guilt, I know.
And to shave his head and just to clear himself of any remembrance of what happened. With Otis pulling his hair out.
Yeah.
But it's
a shame.
It's unprecedented. I mean, what do you do in that situation?
Right. Mm-hmm. Have to do a quick decision and.
That's right.
Save.
And things were desperate and. They both want to save the boy. I mean, Shane loves Carl almost probably like his own son. He's mentioned before that he really cares for him, and you can see it in his face. And then you have Otis, who feels so guilty, and he's a good guy anyways, and accidents do happen. And, yes, it was a stupid mistake, but at the same time, him hunting, looking at a deer, he couldn't see Carl on the other side. He didn't know. And what's the odds of actually seeing a living human being?
Right, and who's going to be
on
so
your
close
property,
to a
around
deer?
your property?
Yeah.
So it was a very sad thing, and he felt guilty, and it's just rough. So here, they're trying to survive, and again, Shane, he was willing to die first. He wanted Otis to get the meds back to Carl so he would survive. And once Otis, which was such a great thing, he's such a good guy that he wanted to stay with Shane. He's no man down. I'm going to take you with me. And at that moment when Shane hits the ground, I took it as, he knew that Otis was not going to let up, and he was going, it was either going to be both of them dead or one of them, and Otis was not going to leave him alone. Even though he was willing to sacrifice himself, so he knew he had to take him out. So I still think it was wrong, but it shows how complicated it is that he was just thinking of Carl most likely and just wanted to save him. So I don't think it was a cowardly thing because he was willing to die first.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't cowardly at all. It was just
That's what it was.
They're on a mission to save a young boy.
That's right.
And they have to do this. Otherwise, they're never going to make it to the truck. Yeah. They're never going to do it together, alive, to get to that truck. They were right on them.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. Now he just has to live with it. I mean, he's going to see these people stay in this house for however long till, Carl can get better. Thank God the surgery went well.
Yeah. Yes.
And Hershel is great. He's a great guy.
Oh,
he's a vet. I mean, he has a lot of training, I'm guessing, with animals, because if you think about it, he's a vet. He's not a surgeon like a human surgeon, yes, but he's also had a lot of experience with, vets are surgeons, and they have
animals and
a lot of different education for anatomies, there's all these different types of anatomies you have to know. I mean, here you want humans, yes, because they don't have, pets, unfortunately, at this point. But that's great that they have a doctor that is a surgeon of some kind to help out. So that's awesome.
And he's willing to do it. And he's so willing to help.
Yeah.
And his daughters are great. And, you know, it's sad going to Maggie, how she was, you know, showing Glenn, you know, all the family members that she lost.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
And the pictures.
Yes.
Oh,
That was very sad. And it's nice to see them back, you know, together with the group.
yes.
Him and T-Dog, you know, back. And T-Dog's, you know, they're treating him too.
Thank
That poor
goodness.
guy.
Yes.
How lucky is that?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
I know.
Wow.
And Glenn's very sweet. He's very innocent.
Yes, he
But you can
is.
see he's like kind of, I guess, Google eyes for Maggie.
I think so, too.
A little bit,
so.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Or just, you know, has someone to actually talk to,
Yeah.
even for a moment.
Yes.
And I want to go on a little tangent really quick, and I think it's okay to say it, but we had an ongoing joke when I was watching this with Nicole and Lee, and we had so much fun too watching this. Yeah. And Nicole would always come up with the funniest sayings, and she always, like Glenn, and she would always make fun of Glenn in a way, because he would always get volunteered to do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And she goes, "Oh, who's gonna do this, Glenn?" And she would always say that, and it's just funny. So I just have that in my head watching these, because there was a few times already that she commented.
And it's true.
It is, yeah.
Who are we gonna send first, Glenn?
Push him over.
Yes.
You do it. You do it.
First.
You do it.
So there was like an ongoing joke, for
Which
a
is
while.
good. He's going to get more confidence, and
That's
he's
right,
going
yeah.
to, you know, almost be a
Yeah.
leader. Maybe, I don't know.
It's like he gets thrown
Just
into
keep
them.
Rick in
Just
his
throw him in first, and that's how you get your experience. Who knows?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
So shall we get into this episode?
Yes.
Yes.
And we're watching on Netflix. 2:04.
Smoking in this one.
Smoking.
Don't worry about the violence, nudity, gore.
Oh,
Hey, the gang's back.
Fever's gone down.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
Sophia.
Oh.
Oh, that's the first thing
Yeah,
person he
it's-
thinks about.
yeah.
She's fine. How is he?
He'll pull through.
Oh, good.
Thanks to Hershel and his people and
And Shane.
He's looking down. Aw.
Oh,
Shane, will you speak for Otis?
Oh,
Not good at it.
I need to know his death had meaning.
you need to go through. You have to do it.
We gotta save the boy. He gave me his backpack, he shoved me ahead. He said, if any death ever had meaning, it was his.
Okay. She bought it. I don't know if
Yeah.
Rick, I don't know if Rick
bending
bought
the
it.
truth a lot.
I don't know if Dale bought it either.
How long's this girl been lost? This will be day 3.
I'm surprised
Sophia.
Carol even wanted to leave.
Shows terrain and elevations.
I'm gonna head back to the creek. Work my way from there.
I could still be useful.
I prefer you not carrying guns on my property.
This is your property, and we will respect that.
Got more antibiotics, bandages, anything like that?
Just what you've seen.
See our man there in the baseball cap? That's Glenn. Our go to town.
Just go ahead. Just Glenn.
Hey, you're fast on your feet and know how to get in and out. Got a pharmacy run you in? I'll go saddle your horse then.
Horse?
I take it he's never been on one.
Surprise.
I've never been on a horse either.
Unload your weapon. Hey.
Oh,
Yeah, I never pointed at someone ever.
You okay on your own?
Better on my own. Or I'll be back for dark.
Hey, once you find this girl and your boy's fit for travel, I expect you'll move on.
Hello, farmer's daughter.
hi.
Hey, look at that.
Oh.
What is it?
Kind of missing the point of the whole discreet thing.
I have a feeling I know.
I think I...
Yeah, enough said. Consider done.
I'll ask Maggie.
If it's okay, I'd rather you never told anybody about that stuff I said.
I couldn't get a word out of you all day.
Is that a noise?
Am I
Is
right?
that
Do your part. Don't complain. That's
Is
what
that a walker?
Come on, whoop. Yeah, you don't want that. It's going to contaminate, yeah?
Looks like we got us a swimmer.
Oh,
I'll get a rope.
Whoa, guys.
Oh.
Why not? It's a good plan.
It's a stupid plan.
Beautiful.
wow.
So vast.
That's something, isn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Canned ham.
Oh, well, remember those? I remember those days. Oh,
He's not going for it.
Go get a fish. Don't look at Glenn.
oh my God, yes.
Oh, they are looking at him.
Oh, no.
So true.
Like a new haircut?
Oh my God, what a
Oh,
job.
my
T-Dog's
gosh,
going to use
yeah.
it with his arm.
Yeah, don't drop.
You people are crazy.
And after that, we're going to the pharmacy.
That's brave. I don't
gotcha.
care. I like to be able
Oh,
to do
yeah,
that.
my
Can you
God.
catch a fish?
Oh, just hope he doesn't fall down in there. I hope he doesn't get.
Oh my goodness, that
Oh.
thing's gruesome.
Oh,
It's breaking. It's breaking off. Oh no, he's screwed.
oh, oh,
Climb it, climb it.
oh,
Ew, look at his tongue.
Oh,
Come on, guys.
oh, oh my God.
Just the wind.
The wind.
What is it? Little kid?
Oh, oops.
Little kid.
Someone's hiding down there?
Oh, Sophia. That would have been awesome if it was her.
Oh, oh.
Oh, gross.
Oh, gross.
Oh. Wow, he's so bloated.
Yeah.
Oh, it went back in the well. Damn it. Exactly what they didn't
No,
want.
they want that. Oh,
Damn.
darn.
Put you on
At
a
least
diet.
they have 4 other
Put you on a
ones.
diet forever. Oh, gross. Oh, gross.
Oh, that's
Aw.
great. Oh. She didn't
Oh,
come.
that's horrible.
It's the kind of thing I do on my own. Solo. Sort of my thing, you know?
Okay.
Don't do me like that. Aw.
I'm gonna look around, see what's worth grabbing. Just general stuff.
Yeah, something personal.
Testing.
Condoms.
He picked up the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Mean, no. No.
I'll have sex with you.
Wow.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
He's like, I don't know what to do.
Wow, that's
It's like right there.
Oh, my gosh. Whoa.
That's the first in that pharmacy. Huh?
Whoa.
Get some cloths or something.
Oh, that's beautiful. And then
Pharmacy.
Asking us to leave. You need to reconsider. If you saw how it is out there, you wouldn't ask. I'm asking for my boy. After the price your friend Otis paid, the least you can do is give it some thought.
Respect my rules, but I will consider it. You have my word.
Nice.
A good man.
Mm-hmm. He's all giddy.
happy.
Don't spoil it.
So it was good.
Find it?
Yeah. Thanks to you, I
Yeah.
had an adventure when I was out.
Oh.
How sweet. He's such a sweet guy.
Flower?
The Cherokee mothers were grieving and crying so much because they were losing their little ones along the way. Exposure, and the next day, this rose started to grow right where the mother's tears fell. To bloom for your little girl.
It's the sweetest
That's
thing.
so sweet.
Aww.
That is awesome.
I told you something earlier today about Sophia.
I know. Mom told me. Do you think we'll find her?
I don't.
Be honest, yeah.
No, but I truly believe it.
We've both been shot.
You get to wear the hat, didn't you know?
Oh, wow.
I love you.
That's precious. Well, is she or isn't she?
He's so skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Stay with him a while longer. No, we're not.
What is her little mission? The longest moment. She is. That's so hard because she was.
Oh boy.
She had so many feelings about when Carl was just, iffy if he was going to pass or not.
That's right, yeah.
Bring this child into this world. And now she has another one
Yes, that's going
to worry about.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful because, but. And there's another thing. Whose baby is it?
Yeah.
I love that shot at the end, right before she sees it. And you just see her kind of looking back and forth and terrified where,
Oh my gosh.
what if she's pregnant, whose child is it?
Right, yes.
Oh
Like
my
all
gosh.
these questions.
Yes.
It really
And
makes
in
you
the
think.
middle of this horrible thing going
yeah,
on.
That's really.
This
gosh.
terrible world they're living in at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh, wow.
that's
something, yeah.
I mean,
Gosh.
in most cases, it's exciting news
yes.
Oh,
to
yes.
have a baby.
Yeah.
And just living in her shoes right now, or just being in her shoes and being like, okay, well, in this kind of world, and
it's
like you
very
said,
frightening.
questioning even her son,
That's right.
his survival, and
That's
if it's better just to let go and have him pass so he doesn't have to be tortured by this world anymore.
right. Just to have him survive to reach the inevitable of being killed by a walker. And,
It's horrible.
she was having that iffy moments of like, is it even worth it? And now she has
frightening.
to, yeah.
Very
And
yeah.
now it's beautiful. I mean, he
It's
woke
beautiful.
up and it was a great answer that Rick had. I mean, look, he was so in awe by the deer when Carl woke up, and that was the inspiration that said, yes, it is worth it. It is worth it to live in this world.
Mm-hmm. I know he's so
And Glenn
caring.
found that out, huh?
I know, right? Yeah. So it happened so quick too. It's like, whoa, hello.
Yeah.
It's so funny when he had the condom. Oh, he laughed so
Oh, that
hard.
was funny.
He's so cute too because he couldn't even get it out and he couldn't even say anything. Like, what can you say at that point? Because he's trying to cover for Lori, and he's like, "Oh crap! Oh, what else are you gonna grab there?" And Maggie took it well, which was good. But yeah, like the poor kid, and he's just like, "I got nothing." Like he didn't even know how to. He was trying to find something good to say.
That's funny.
And him trying to be manly too, talking to her like on the horse.
Yes.
And,
Oh, was that
usually
the
doing
first
this alone,
one?
solo, and trying to be all manly in front of her. And
Yeah.
when I first saw this, I was very surprised. And right when she said about being alone, I felt bad, and then it made me feel like, oh yeah,
That's
like
right,
this
yeah.
is so different now. And how long
my
has
God.
she just been with her family, and she lost so many people already, and never can date. I mean, that's the last thing you can even think about, so then I felt bad, but at first I was like, whoa, she's coming on so strong for a farm girl. Like I just
That's
thought
right,
like,
yeah,
oh,
like that,
innocent,
yeah.
and but
But these times are, desperate times.
That's
or
right.
Desperate measures.
That's
Yeah,
right.
have
Sure
attraction
do.
there, same
Yeah.
age, probably.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In the pharmacy.
Oh my God.
Where'd they even lay down? Like, what are you even doing?
Just,
You'll
figure it out.
Or something.
They figured it out all right.
I know, she said it was a one-time thing.
I was so afraid for Glenn, when they were putting him down the well. I said, something's going to go wrong.
Blubber walker or whatever it was.
It's so nasty.
Blubber. That was
you know how, like, when your hands are, like, you're swimming a lot,
wrinkly.
And you get
okay, do you have
pretty
fingers? Get out.
And it was just in there for probably that long.
Swollen, yeah.
And it just soaked it all up, and it's dead, so who knows what skin really does when you let it soak in water forever.
Don't want it pulled apart as the whole.
And overthinking it, but it was the warm weather too. It's just
completely ruined.
Probably absorbs more in the warm weather and the smell, and so nasty. And maybe I spoke too soon, but I do remember when Nicole, Lee, and I used to watch this. That I should have waited until after this episode, but before they were already having him do things, and the joke started before this episode. But I think this was the biggest one where we were like, see,
two times they wanted him to go first, like the pharmacy and the well.
Right.
I mean, the well, come on, like if
I
I
was gotten a fish or something, or I don't know,
something. Fish.
I'd go fishing, get a fish, and come back.
Yeah,
use a little live thing.
Don't use a fishable.
Oh, instead of like the hand or something.
Instead of a human.
Yes.
I think the only reason why they set Glenn down there was to tie the rope around him so they could pull him up.
Yeah,
so
that's
that was
true.
the
But they
plan, not
could have
to
done
just
like,
dangle him as bait because he can't climb out.
Right, but he did the job.
Yeah,
he got it.
He did, which was good. But if say we were in a group like that, and if you guys or whoever I was with made me do that, I feel like the crappy person of the group that no one cared about.
It's like dodgeball when you're the last person picked.
I don't know.
All right,
this is very dangerous. You're going to be in a tight area, and you're going down in this really small well.
That's right.
Like there's no room to go around this thing, so if you get dropped in, like you're screwed pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Like someone has to do it, but it's just like wow. I wish they had like long reachers or something with hooks that they could just like tie the rope on it and somehow like put it all the way
just
down
dangle it all the way down and just try to
I know it would take forever, but setting someone down, like look what happened. Thank God they saved him.
And T-Dog saved the day. He's with
so
one
strong.
arm, because the other one's still, he's still nursing it. I mean, he's got a bandage on still, and he really saved the day. I mean, he was holding on to the walling of the wall of the well, and just all his might. Everyone was working, but he was just like, especially being injured.
Oh my goodness,
Really saved it.
Yeah, so poor Glenn. But I'm glad he survived it, and thanks to T-Dog and people there.
That's right. He had a nice adventure at the
How
end.
nasty too. Like it shows you that you try to go through all of this to prevent worse things from happening. Like here they wanted to protect that well for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And they went through all that trouble and they had a worse outcome because that ripped and completely, I mean, shooting it's still contamination. I mean, it's already soaking in there. It's probably already gross and nasty already, but now it's like full on 100% nope.
Yeah, and Dale even told
T-Dog,
T-Dog, don't even drink it just with the live, kind of live, the walker in there. And for him not to say that, of course you can never have it. You just have to tie it off. That's it.
Yeah, so
and
all that work for nothing.
It is, and it's the worst spot because the cattle's there. And they drink so much water every day. They need so much water.
Yeah.
So you really got a buggy like that over there. But they do have a truck, so.
They better clean the area up there where they pulled them up. And when he divided in two, and all that stuff there, and the cattle's going to be there.
Well, I think they'll just go. They don't go around the well anyway, but.
Yeah, but just
just make sure you leave it the way it is, and you have more
fence it off,
clean up.
Yeah.
So what do you think of Hershel's rules so far? Like no guns on the property. He doesn't like that.
Well, I think he has the right to say that, but it's a tough decision, but that's what he wanted. But then Rick was asking him to let them stay there and go by his rules,
But would you want to have weapons on your property to protect you, or would you be okay with that, do you think? In this world,
I think you should have weapons to protect yourself and everybody else around you. definitely.
Yeah, I respect what he's saying, and it's worked so far, but sometime they're going to get to them eventually.
Yeah.
He has a lot of cattle. He's got, I don't know how many cows out there. That's really good, but then that's just showing that they haven't gotten there yet. I don't know how or where their loved ones passed. Maybe they were downtown or something like that when they came through, but eventually they're going to be there. But I think he's worried that they're going to misuse that right to have the guns there because they might get spooked, throw a shot out and lure them. They might be close to the perimeter, but just that, the hearing of the gunshot might lure them over there. I mean, I don't know. I think it's smart to have guns there, definitely, but, it is his property, and it's worked so far.
Yeah.
And, I don't blame him for, saying, I thought it was a little abrupt to say that to Rick, like, all right, when Carl's better, you got to go, but...
Well, at least he was honest,
Yeah, because it's such a prime spot to stay in.
I know, it's so beautiful there.
Yes.
And you're self-sustaining. You can take care of yourselves there.
I mean, I would have all these thoughts, and they do have fencing around in a lot of areas, and it looks pretty safe, and my first thought is we've seen walkers go after animals before, so that's not out of the question.
That's right.
So maybe eventually it could be a problem. And the idea of guns, I mean, in my own perspective, I agree that there should definitely be guns to protect. Because if you get into a herd or something, even Shane was saying, if there's a herd of zombies or walkers, it's going to be really challenging. Even with guns, it's really challenging to try to get away. And that was two people trying to get away. So, but it also, is a thing where Shane was saying that people should practice with guns and learn. And I agree about that, because if you give someone a gun who's nervous and doesn't know what they're doing, they can end up hurting themselves or hurting someone else.
That's right.
People get scared and jumpy, everything could be a problem. You can end up shooting your own.
And in this world, you have to be accurate. You've got walkers coming at you, and they're not going to stop. They're not going to be intimidated. They're just going to keep going. So every shot counts.
For sure, because you just...
And if you're nervous and, not experienced, you can die. Even, being an inexperienced, shooter. So I agree there.
And in that moment, Shane talking to Andrea about... if something's coming towards you, it's a very different feel, and sometimes you have to make a certain decision to survive.
I thought he was almost confessing to her,
so
or she was reading,
it didn't seem like
what really happened to him and Otis. Almost like a confessional kind of thing, and she got it. I don't know if she did, or eventually she'll get it.
Yeah.
I really think Shane was confessing there.
Yeah,
in this moment, that's what I thought.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was really eating on him, and I think he can trust her to say that.
After a while,
so she knows two things about him, really. I mean, she knows about him and Andrea. Him and Lori.
Yeah.
And now this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and he looked really deep. It's really eating on him.
Yeah, sure it is.
Really tell, and him asking and Shane asking Lori even, do you really mean it? Do you really want me to stay? He's really feeling it. You can just tell that he's going through something. Like, he feels bad what he did with Otis, and he feels bad what's going on with Lori and him, but he just needs a place. He needs a niche in the group.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him too, because you can tell that he really still cares for Lori and stuff, and that really weighed on him, where he's like, do you want me to stay? Did you mean it when you said that? And he really wanted to go, so what does that mean now?
Yeah, and he's saying it because he wants to be part of this family. He's not saying it like in hopes of getting back with Lori. I think he's just saying it to be part of a group, part of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he felt so isolated before because Lori kept shunning him. Now, do you think Lori is like she still has feelings for him, or do you think maybe she's trying to keep him there for other reasons?
I think she might still have feelings for him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think a little bit,
I just like to ask random questions just in the moment.
I think she might have a little bit, but I think she just really wants him to be part of the group and not leave, not go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is dire. He's a strong guy and he's skilled, but he won't make it on his own.
Yeah.
He won't have a notice next to him.
That's for sure, yeah.
And in this moment, I was thinking, with her knowing she's pregnant, I thought maybe, oh, well, she doesn't know who the father is. Like, I know you kind of brought that up already. So maybe she doesn't want him to go either, because if he's the father, like, that would suck for him to not be there or something. I don't know.
Be interesting.
Yeah, that's right, that's for sure.
See what that baby looks like coming out.
It's a shaved head,
Not really looking you in the eye.
And Dale is such a good person. I think he's so great.
Oh, he is.
Like him talking to T-Dog about that. What are you talking about? Of course. Like, you're delirious. You just say anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He has like the best looks.
Yes.
Dale. Like, you just know what he's thinking just by his looks alone.
That's right. He does. And Daryl. Oh my God. Bringing that flower to Carol. That was absolutely beautiful.
That was. And now to show you the title of the episode, was called Cherokee Rose. So that was very sweet. And I love how the titles, like, they're powerful titles sometimes, but like it's not always a main focus. So here they're still looking for Sophia. They haven't found her yet. Carol's starting to give up hope now. Like, I can't even imagine.
She actually went to the farm with them. Mm-hmm. I didn't even think she was going to leave the site. So that was monumental. And he's just picking it up because, he lost his brother too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't know where he is. He could be alive, but, now he's just so into looking for Sophia for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a good friend.
That was so sweet. I think that was so nice that he put the flower there.
Too.
And he had a really good story. Like, that was a very emotional, powerful story that Carol had to hear, I think. Because, to be like, about tears, and this is for Sophia, that she will come back when all hope is lost. And it was a very sweet moment. I like that a lot.
Loved it.
Mm-hmm. And he's so good. Like, he likes to be a loner, and he goes on his own, and likes to track on his own. And I'm just thinking the whole time, like, wow, I'm so the opposite of that. Like, it's great, I guess, in a way. But at the same time, it's like, he's so good at tracking and hunting, I guess, that he's listening to everything, and he has his crossbow, and he's being very quiet, and he knows what corners to go around really quick and what to look for.
Sure. Yeah.
But I would feel like I'd want someone else there just in case, God forbid, something happened to me, or someone has my back,
Yeah.
If something does sneak up on me.
Yeah, and he's very smart. He picks out the clues, like the food. I think it was like sardines or something. It looked a little moldy. It looked like it was probably there for a month or so.
Yeah.
I don't know. But he saw the pillow in the closet.
Mm-hmm. That's right, yeah.
And I think there was a blanket there too. So he knows someone's there hiding.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So he's still going out and looking,
Yeah. He's not going to give up.
Yeah, he's such a softie, really.
Yeah.
He
and
is.
he has drive.
Yes.
Like, he still has hope.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to find his brother, and he's in this little girl. Like, he needs to keep it alive. So that's good.
Very good.
It is.
Let's hope they find Sophia.
Yeah, hopefully they do.
I know.
Alive and not bitten.
Mm-hmm. I know all these options are like scenarios are talking about where Shane's like, well, we have to think about it realistically. If she's bit, what do we do? And they're like, well, we got to take care of it. Like, just to think that way. Like, not only do you want to find her alive, like, you got to make sure she's not bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. And
terrible.
They were smart in saying it without, Carol around.
Yeah.
And she knows, she saw what Andrea went through, so.
Can you imagine, like, you find Sophia and she's bit? Like, what do you really do at that point?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like awful.
It's an inevitable thing, though. You have to do something to her.
I know. Like, can you imagine, though? Like, it's still her until it's not.
Yeah,
like,
it's not. It's not going to be any other way.
It's an awful thing. So hopefully it'll be fine. And it just really makes you think, in this world, it's a very different world now.
Oh, sure it is.
Yeah, and people are making decisions that, that they normally wouldn't.
Having sex in a pharmacy.
That's right.
That was really well.
Taking care of business.
Yeah, and again, this is Mom and Kim's first time watching The Walking Dead. They know nothing about it, so this is great, and I'm loving your theories so far. And we have quite a few followers who are also new to Walking Dead watching it with us, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, fun. Okay.
So welcome to the newbies and to everyone else who have been watching our channel for a very long time. And we were watching The Walking Dead with Nicole Lee and Wookie, aka Ryan, for a while. But then Nicole moved and she got promoted with a new job. So she is very busy and, unfortunately can't do this. Maybe in the future, but I doubt it just because she's so busy and she lives farther away now. But we love her still. We miss her on the channel. Hi, Nicole. But we used to crack up so much. Oh my God. Can you imagine if she just does special guest appearances now and again? That would be so funny. So on that note, guys, love you very much. Thank you so much for watching. Check our links below if you want to see the next reaction early, the next Walking Dead, or you can see a ton of other videos that we have available that are full, uncut reactions of movies and shows. And we love you guys. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.